I get this question a lot, and I don't mind it. How have you not heard this music from Elton John? Okay, what have you been listening to? What type of music do you listen to? How have you lived your entire life and haven't heard any of this music? And I always laugh at the question in my mind a little bit because, people live in their different bubbles. We all have a bubble. Some of our bubbles are bigger than others, but we all have our bubble that we live in. We are the star of our own movie. So I grew up listening to hip hop and R&B. And if you know anything about hip hop, especially from my generation, like the 90s, 2000s generation, hip hop was damn near anti-LGBTQ. Okay. To just call something, anything that was stupid or corny, you call it gay back in the day. So when I heard that Elton John was not heterosexual, and I heard of Elton John when I was a teenager, that didn't drive me to want to go listen to any of his music. I mean, what is he going to sing about, that I have that's in common with me? And that's the mentality of a lot of hip hop fans. Now, there are many hip hop fans that are more open-minded, but at the time I wasn't. But an artist by the name of Frank Ocean, who is a top 10 songwriter for me, as far as my favorite songwriters. I don't know all the songwriters to have a top 10, but just currently in my top 10 songwriters, I became a Frank Ocean fan before he came out, because by the time he came out, I was already a fan of Nostalgia Ultra and a couple other tracks. So I was like, yo, this guy is a genius. He's amazing. And then he came out and then he started making music that was more blatant to his sexuality, where he didn't have to hide anything. But most of his music, that's not the case. And I still continue to listen to his music. And you can't tell me that White Ferrari isn't a masterpiece. The song White Ferrari. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. Siegfried, and another song called Nights. And I can go down the list. Now there's some songs like Forrest Gump, which is a very well written song. I love the melody of it, but I just can't sing along to that song as a heterosexual man. You know what I mean? I can't sing along to it. But I'm glad he helped me grow up out of that, which has me today more open-minded to listen to Elton John's music. Because I, for one, and whenever I even saw him perform at the awards or anything like that, now, don't get it twisted. I've never been a person that disliked people because of their sexuality as far as hanging with them and being friends with them. I'm just talking about from a musical perspective. I know I have to say that because I'm like, oh, did you just hate it? You just hate? No, I don't hate anyone. I never have had hate in my heart for anyone. But from a musical perspective, we listen to a lot of music that we can relate to. And I made a lot of assumptions, that, okay, he's just going to be he's going to be singing about making sweet, sweet love to a man all night. I don't know if I can relate. I can relate to that, and that's not the case at all. Everything that I've heard from Elton John has been phenomenal. Okay. So yeah, just figured I'd share that with you guys. Let's go.
One of the brilliant things about writing to Bernie's lyrics is when you see a lyric on a page, it's like a little movie. He's a great storyteller. And this particular song, when I got the lyric, I thought was like a 2.5-hour movie. And it became a 6.5-minute song. And it tells the story about the demise of the American Indian. And the song is called Indian Sunset. As I woke this evening with the smell of wood smoke clinging like a gentle cobweb hanging upon a painted teepee. Oh, I went to see my chieftain with my wool and sent my woman, for he told us that the yellow moon would very soon be leaving. This I can't believe I said. I can't believe our war was dead. Oh, we would not leave the chosen ones to the buzzards and the soldiers' guns. Oh, great father of the Iroquois, ever since I was young, I've read the writing of the smoke and breastfed on the sound of drums. I've learned to hurl the tomahawk, ride a painted pony wild, to run the gauntlet of the Sioux, to make a chieftain's daughter mine. Now you ask that I should watch the red man's race go slowly across. What kind of words are these to hear from yellow dog whom white man fear? Should watch the red man's race go slowly across. What kind of words are these to hear from yellow dog whom white man fear? I take only what is mine, Lord. My pony, my score, and my child. I can't stay to see you die, along with my trap's pride. I go to search for the yellow moon and the father's of our sons, where the red sun sings in the hills of gold and the healing waters run, trembling down the prairie road, leaving hoof tracks in the sand. Those who wish to follow me are welcome with my hand. I heard from bats and renegades, Geronimo was dead. He'd been laying down his weapons when they filled him full of lead. there seems no reason why I should carry on. In this land that once was my land, I can't find a home. It's lonely and it's quiet, and the horse soldiers are coming. And I think it's time I strung my bow and cease my senses running. For soon I'll find the yellow moon along with my loved ones, where the buffaloes graze in the clover fields without the sound of gun. And the red sun sings a light into the hills of gold. And peace to this young warrior come with a bullet hole.
You know, I envy people who haven't seen Game of Thrones. Or maybe envy is the wrong word. And I don't like to use the word jealous either, because I don't have that in my heart. Maybe you more articulate people can tell me in the comment sections. You know, I envy people who haven't seen Game of Thrones. Like, I've seen it 4 times, regardless of the last season. I love the cinematography. I love the acting. I love the villains. I love the originality. I love everything about the show. And I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons type of person. That's what makes it even more phenomenal. You know, Game of Thrones couldn't be further from what I would watch. It took me years to watch it. People have been telling me to watch it for years, and I was like, I'll watch it. And I ended up watching it. I ended up sitting down and actually gave it a shot. And it's just great. That's basically what I'm saying. And many of you say, man, how have you not heard Elton John's music? You missed out. Actually, I'm just getting started. That's the beauty of it. Okay, I'm just getting started. So that's kind of how I feel about you guys who haven't seen that show. And if you don't like that show, then maybe you just have a short attention span. I don't know. The only people I know that haven't liked it are people that I know have a shorter attention span. They don't want to let the story build. But that's just me. I'm not going to go there. But anyways, Elton John in this was amazing. From the opening verse where he reached deep down, like starting right off, he's singing hard, and I'm like, whoa, this guy can sing anything. He has a strong voice. That was the first thing I noticed. The second thing I noticed was how amazing his piano solos are, because piano solos for me are very hit or miss. Sometimes they can be soft. They don't stand out enough. I love the way he plays. He plays aggressively. He has great, I don't know my musical terminology. He has great percussion or rhythm, and the way he does it, like, it just was really powerful. And that wasn't even the best thing about the damn show. Okay. The stage itself was gorgeous. Okay. The design, and then Ray Cooper on the guy on the drums, or pots and pans, buckets, whatever he was playing. I think he was banging on the door. He had pencils. I was expecting him to come out with something different every time. Okay. I was like, this guy could make anything sound good. And he added a magic to a song that I haven't seen since Phil Collins, as far as my reactions. Okay. I have a reaction where I reacted to Phil Collins playing the drums, and I was, oh my goodness. And he was so magical in this. And it's kind of tough because Elton John is already taken the song with his vocals, great melody, beautiful message, amazing piano playing, the whole thing. And he still was able to like steal the show, you know, in a sense. Just an amazing performance from him. You can tell that he is a guy that is extremely dedicated to his craft and the sound of drums and everything like it, just playing so many different things. And that's why I was laughing sometimes. I was like, is this guy about to slide from under the table with some pots and pans and start banging on that? Or is he gonna, what else is he gonna do? And then everything he does it with passion. I love when I see that. So that was very enjoyable as well. But Elton John, he's another one of those singers that could sing the dictionary and it probably will sound good. But I'm definitely a fan of his solos as well. I love when I find a good piano player that does really great piano solos to my taste. Okay, that's why Nina Simone is one of my favorite artists of all time as well. But I guess I'm saying a lot. I enjoyed it. Shout out to the Patreon supporter that sent in the request for this one. I am not missing out on Elton John. I'm just getting started with his catalog, and I'm happy about that because, you know, in a time where great music is coming in few far in between, it's still coming out, but, you know, I got music that's already been tried and true, and I still listen to new music as well, and I'm loving it. So if you like the video, do me a big favor and like the video if you like these type of reactions. It really helps, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you to the supporter that sent in the request for this one. I appreciate you guys and hope you have a great day. Peace.